Hey everyone, we are back at the Richardson's house. This is the part 2 of making kombucha. How long has it been, Sylvia, since we did this?
A week and 2 days.
Okay, so this guy, this has been sitting here, well, not exactly here, but it's been here for a week and 2 days fermenting, and we're gonna test it to make sure it's ready. So I'm just gonna lift the little top off of there with the rubber band, put the dusty side down. What I'm gonna do is I just have a plastic straw here. We don't want to put any metals in there. It doesn't work with the kombucha. So I'm going to put the little straw down in there and seal it off and take a little taste of it. Woo! Would you like to try it?
I'm scared. What does it taste like first?
You just taste
No,
it.
just tell me. Tell me.
It's fine. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I think it's ready.
No.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Okay.
So it's kind of tangy, it's kind of tart. We know it's ready when it's not too sweet anymore. So it is kind of tangy and tart, isn't it?
It is.
It is. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do.
Sorry. It
Would you-
looks gross.
Would you like to take it out? Would you like to take the SCOBY out?
Oh my.
Okay, you gotta go wash your hands. Go wash your hands.
They were washed before
Okay,
this.
okay. All right, so she's gonna take the SCOBY out and she's gonna put it on the
Should
plate.
I wash them again just in case?
Okay, just wash them again
Okay.
just in case.
Alright.
All right. So what we've done is we had 3 lemons, we had a big stick of ginger, and a couple tablespoons of raw local honey. And what we've done is juiced it and mixed it together. And this is called the second ferment. So we fermented it for a week, but the second ferment is where you get that nice bubbly carbonation. And the second ferment is where you want to put any flavors. Like we can use blueberries, we can use raspberries, any type of berries. I've used kiwi. You can get super creative here. I've also used jalapeno. That wasn't everybody's favorite, but you know, like I said, you can try. Yeah, not so good. But but my favorite, and I think Sylvia's favorite too, we decided to go with a whole batch. I mean, you can do each one individually, different flavors, if you really want to go to all that trouble. But we decided to do the whole batch with the juiced lemon, some honey, and ginger. Lots of ginger, okay?
So we had about, what, 3 lemons?
3 lemons. We had a stick of ginger about that long.
And about 2 tablespoons.
And about 2 tablespoons of the honey. They're mixed together, they're juiced. You can actually take your ginger, you know, your fresh ginger, and you can cut it up. If you want to do a little simpler, you can just cut it up and put it in there.
Oh.
But now, she's going to take SpongeBob out.
Where am I going to put them?
You're going to plop him right there on that
Will they
plate.
fall apart?
No.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Describe how it feels.
It feels like, I don't know. It's not slimy, but it's like...
Yeah, my daughter, she said she pet like a stingray at the
Okay.
aquarium, and
Yeah.
she said, or I've never really pet a dolphin before, but she said that it felt just like the stingray.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold back some of this.
Oh.
Yeah, because we're gonna use it again. Look how it's bubbling.
It might...
That's good, okay? And we also, you know, we just wanna keep him covered while but you're also gonna use a little bit of this reserved liquid for your
Oh.
next batch.
Okay.
Maybe you should have put that in the
A
bowl
bowl.
or something.
Sorry. I thought you said a plate.
I did say a plate.
A bowl, everybody.
But as
not
I'm
a
thinking
plate.
about it. Okay, so.
But it has little edges. So.
Yes. Now what Sylvia's going to do is she's going to just show you how she's going to fill up one bottle. We reused the bottles. So, you know, from store-bought kombucha, you can use any type of bottle. She's going to, do you want this?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I do.
She's going to put about this much at the bottom, 3 tablespoons. So whatever you're flavoring it with, you want to use about 3 tablespoons of it in each bottle. And while she does that, I am going to pour the kombucha, just for easy pouring into the bottle. I'm going to pour it into this cup right here. And one last thing, just going to give it a little stir.
Okay, that's 3. That's it?
I don't know if you can see that, but it's bubbling
A
up.
little bit more.
Let me see. A little bit more.
Okay.
About this much in
My
the bottom. You know,
tablespoons
like
are
right up
perfect.
to this. See where that label is? Right up to that
Okay.
label.
That makes sense. Oh, a little bit more. All right. Two.
Okay.
All right. That's about it.
All right. Next thing you do, I'll let you do that
Oh,
too.
okay. And how much is here?
That is just
16
unmeasured.
ounces.
We're just what we're gonna do for you guys at the camera. We're just gonna fill it up as high as you can, but be careful. It will bubble some, so you may need to let it, you know, stop bubbling and then refill some of the other ones. But you are gonna get it up there pretty high.
Okay. Let it bubble. Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going. Yep, all the way up to the top. And there you have it. We're going to put a lid on it.
Ooh, that was easy.
Isn't it easy? See? We're going to put a lid on it. Now this ferment, excuse me, this ferment we're going to do for about 3 to 5 days. You don't want to do more than 5 days, I don't think. There is a possibility of exploding if it gets too, if it gets too carbonated. So we're not going to do it too long. I like to do it about 3 days.
And you leave it in a dark box, right?
Yes, we put it in a box. That's just to keep it, again, if it should explode. I'm not expecting it to at all, but if it should explode, we have it in a little box. Keep it in a dark place for about 3 to 5 days. After about 2 days, I like to check mine to see how it's doing, if it's getting bubbly. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of, lift the lid a little bit to let some of the air out and burp it, if you will. When it's done, the way I like it, when it's done, it will actually start bubbling up to the top, and it may even overflow. So do it in the sink and do it very, very carefully, but that's the way I like it. I like it to be kind of, fizzy, so.
Yes, and then you can refrigerate it.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
After about 3 to 5 days, when you determine that's the way you like it. And then the last thing we're gonna do, when we've done all the bottling, we finished all the bottles doing exactly what we just did, is we're gonna make a new batch. So we're gonna take Mr. Scobie, and we're going to clean this with hot water, just to get the sides all nice and clean. We're going to make another batch of tea, put him back on top, and there she's in business again.
Same thing. Now does this separate?
Oh yes, and one more thing. After about 3 weeks of doing this, it's going to get thicker. By the time your SCOBY's about 1 inch thick, it's going to have babies, and you're going to just easily pull them apart, and then you can give it to a friend, like I gave mine to yours,
That's
so
right.
that they can make kombucha.
All right.
Right?
So if you want one, message us in the comments if
Yes.
you need a SCOBY, and you can. The first person to message gets the SCOBY.
There we go. Very good. Thank you for joining us. Any questions or comments you can leave in the comments section.
That's right.
And we will try to answer all of your questions. And thanks. Have a blessed day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.